Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is your boy xbiggchrisx here, and today I have a decent little Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary for you guys. It is 22 and 4, so it's not the best, but it's decent, you know. So, guys, please enjoy it. Anyway, so what I want to talk about today is Battlefield 4. And I know so much, I've missed out on talking about so much stuff, but I wanted to wait until everything was announced. That way I could list a few of my favorites. So, one of my favorite things is going to be Levolution. Now, if you guys haven't seen what Levolution is and what Levolution can do, or you haven't even heard of it, let's just say that. Levolution is like the most advanced form of destroying anything you see in sight. To be pretty honest with you guys, I'm sorry, I just covered my mouth right there. Yeah, it is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen as far as video games. And, you know, I've come a long way from video games. I mean, you know, I know there's a bunch of people who are probably way older than me who remember like when the NES and all that stuff launched, but from like me starting at PS2 to see stuff like this that's going to be on the Xbox One and PS4, it is amazing. I mean, you can literally throw a grenade into, let's say, a train cart and shut the door on your enemy so that way he has nowhere to run. And that's just, you know, it's just so awesome. You can even like shoot up the lights to an entire floor of a building. You can cause massive flooding on certain maps, and it is just amazing looking. And I recommend you actually go look it up. Actually, I'll try and put it down in the description if I remember. The Levolution features trailer. I mean, it is just something amazing and something I've never seen before. Now, another thing that I like is the details, and not just the major details, but the small details. An example, a perfect example that will pretty much sum up what I'm talking about. In the live stream that they had, or it was either the live stream that they had or a video that they had put on their Battlefield channel. It was of a guy reloading his gun, and when he used all of his bullets, he took out an empty clip and then put in a full clip. And let me be let me be a little bit more elaborate on that. The clip itself was actually physically empty. There was no bullets in it. And when he put the full clip in, you could actually see the bullets inside of the magazine. And it was just awesome. I mean, it's such a small little thing, but it's just something that makes it feel more realistic. It's something that, you know, makes you go, wow, this they put a lot of time and effort into this game. And, you know, not saying anyone else hasn't, like Call of Duty, for example, but when you look at Call of Duty's destructibility and their small details compared to Battlefield 4's, I mean, it's kind of an obvious pick on who would be better at, you know, making the game feel and look as realistic as possible and giving you the bang for your buck. Now, something else that I like that they did is their character animations. Now, there's a few videos online too as well, but I mainly saw this in a death cam that was posted on Reddit. So, when you get killed in Battlefield 3, you know, like watch, at some point in this video, after, at some point coming up soon, I'm gonna be killing an enemy. And he's gonna, you know, ragdoll to the floor or whatever, and, you know, it's gonna look decent. But in Battlefield 4, they have so much more animation to them that makes it look, you know, even more realistic. And this is kind of one of them small detail things, but also it's kind of an improvement on the engine itself. It kind of shows, you know, how much more life they're giving to these 3D models. And you see, that's what I'm talking about right there is a perfect example. If that would have happened in Battlefield 4, the guy would probably, you know, hold his chest, hit his knees on the ground first, then his chest, and just, you know, stay like that. I mean, like, land on his stomach, whatever. And, you know, man, it just looks, it looks amazing. I know I've said amazing like 300 times in this commentary, and I'm sorry for that, but I don't know how else to explain it. Like, Battlefield 4 is just going to be one of those, you know, amazing games that will be forever talked about. You know, it's one of the first games that I've seen, at least, that have been announced for the next gen consoles that really seems to fully utilize what the Xbox One or PS4 can handle, or can do rather. And you know, it's not even like towards the end of the life cycle, because usually they only make games as good as possible once, you know, the console's, you know, life cycle has been 5 years so far, or 6 years, you know. I mean, we're just now getting amazing games like Grand Theft Auto 5, so, you know. But anyway, unfortunately, this commentary has come to a close. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Like the video if you can, and subscribe if you aren't already. Thanks again for watching. xbiggchrisx out.